Hey everybody, it's Mr. Haas, and I hope that your project is going so well. Last week you should have done a little research on your topic, started collecting the materials up for your the structure that you're going to build. Now, this week what we're going to do is we're going to use the design that you made, and you are now going to start to build, which is the fun part. I've been waiting all week for this. I'm sure you have too. So you finally get to build your structure, but then building it, as we're doing it, we then want to test it out. So that's going to be the next thing you do this week. After you test it out, you're going to evaluate it, which just means to look at it carefully and see if it's working, what's working well. If it's not working, why might it not be working? So you're kind of figuring out what is or is not working. And then lastly, you get to redesign and build again. And this is where we're in this part for the longest, okay? So this step in the engineering design process takes the absolute longest. Very rarely do you build something and it is the best the first time you do it. So you might be in this all week. So that's why this is all I have for you this week. Because I really want you to put your time into it. If you just build something and say, okay, here it is, okay, it's fine, I'm done. You're probably only going to take you a day, but it's not going to be the best design that you can come up with. So I want you to really try to build it, test it out, see how long that ice cube will stay from melting completely, see how long it takes it to do that, and then ask yourself, okay, it took maybe 5 minutes. What can I do to maybe slow down that heat from getting into the box and melting my ice cube or whatever your container is, and asking yourself, how can I make this better? And then go back to the drawing board and then redesign, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a little something here. I'm going to model this for you. So I love these Kiva planks here, and hopefully if school ever comes back here, we'll get you guys into class and be able to do these. If not, there's always next year, okay? They're not going anywhere. But one thing that a lot of engineers are working on nowadays is they're working on buildings that can withstand earthquakes, okay? So I'm going to make a building here, and I'm going to see if I can make it withstand an earthquake. Now, we're not going to make a real earthquake here, but we are going to make one for our purposes of testing. And the earthquake is going to be this table shaking. So what I'm going to do is, here's my design, okay? Now I'm going to test it out, because I don't want to build this whole building, this big, tall structure, and then have it fall down when, the issue might have been right in the beginning. So here we go. Here it is. I'm going to shake it a little bit. Oh, that was pretty wobbly, right? So it's not falling, but it's really not doing well here. Keep shaking. There we go. So that was a fail, which is okay. It's perfectly fine. So what I did was, right there, what you saw was you saw me build and you saw me test. Now I want to think about the evaluating part. And what I noticed was the top part was fine. It stayed together. It was the pillars that I had going up. Those were very, very wobbly. So now what I have to do is think in my mind a little bit about how I might make it better so that doesn't happen. So I'm going to go do that for a little bit, and then I'm going to come back and show you my next build, test, evaluate, and redesign, and I'll explain what I did better, I think, this time, and we'll see if it works. It may or may not. So we'll find out in a few minutes. All right.